What's going on, everybody? My name is Justin Godsey for Justin Godsey TV. Thank you so much for checking out tonight's video. As you guys see below as the title, I am talking about Mr. Oscar Taveras. Now, a lot of you guys who are not too familiar with Oscar Taveras, he's an outfielder for the St. Louis Cardinals, and he was tragically killed today in a car accident. It was rumored that he was driving, and his girlfriend was in the passenger side next to him. And slippery roads could have been, the main cause of this, but there's still a lot more information out there that's still being, currently being detailed, small portions to the media. And you know what? Me being a big baseball fan, being a big Giants fan, I do not only just watch the Giants. I watch, MLB-wide coverage. I watch even the Cardinals. I even watch a lot of minor league baseball. I will occasionally, subscribe month to month to the MLB.TV app and everything like that, and I will occasionally watch the games. And Oscar Taveras has always been that, that guy that really catches your eye. When you're looking at, top prospects and organizations, Oscar Taveras was going to be that next guy. At the age of 22, he's made his way up to the major league level. He was a part of the playoff roster for the St. Louis Cardinals. Even had a pinch hit home run against the San Francisco Giants in the National League Championship Series. And you know what? Watching him just about 2 weeks ago, it's very tragic that stuff like this happens. And he was well on his way to being one of the starters within the St. Louis Cardinals organization. Now, at the age of 22, Oscar Taveras does finish his MLB career. It's just so tragic to make this video because I'm a kind of guy that really gives deep condolences to everybody who's been affected in tragedies, and this is a huge tragedy, including in the baseball family, including in the MLB family. This is just big. A 22-year-old. I'm gonna be turning 20 next month. At the age of 22, you're with your family. You're starting to have a legit relationship with your girlfriend. I'm guaranteed he had one with his, with his girlfriend. Then you want to start talking about family and everything. So you know what? He's not going to be able to do that, and it's very hard for me to come on here and talk about because Oscar Taveras was one of my favorite players to watch when I'm watching minor league baseball, and for him to have his life, cut short at the age of 22, it's very, very tragic. So, but Oscar Taveras does end his batting average. He has a career batting average. I'm reading this right off of MLB or BaseballReference.com, and he's done a great job. He's a career 313 average in the minor leagues. He was set to be contending for the St. Louis Cardinals outfield in 2015. I no doubt in my mind that he was going to be starting. The St. Louis Cardinals had Matt Holliday in left, John Jay in center, and then they do have a little bit of a platoon out there in right. And I think that Oscar Taveras was going to be that guy. Easily was going to be that guy to get that starting role in right field. So all my condolences go out to his family, the family of his girlfriend. This is just such a tragic time right now to be doing this video because being a big fan of him that I am, for this to happen is just very, very saddening. My condolences out to the St. Louis Cardinals, the Taveras family, his girlfriend's family, and I'll catch you guys next time. This is a very tragic story.